He's coming back in the squad after a few years. Right in the middle, president of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, Nazmul Hassan. Sri Lanka at this stage were 54 without loss. Bangladesh only 19, and they've also lost two top order batsmen. It's turning up to be a very good show from Sri Lanka. 6 in that over, 19 for 2 after 7.
বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ডিজিটাল সার্ভে প্ল্যাটফর্ম সার্ভেল্যান্সার। সার্ভেয়ার হিসেবে জয়েন করে আপনার ও অন্যের মতামত জানিয়ে জিতে নিন নগদ অর্থ সহ আকর্ষণীয় সব পুরস্কার। উপার্জনের এক নতুন মাধ্যম সার্ভেল্যান্সার। সিনেমেটিক, দেশের সর্ববৃহৎ বাংলা সিনেমার আর্কাইভ। আনলিমিটেড বিনোদনের নতুন দুনিয়া। ডাউনলোড করুন সিনেমেটিক, দেশের সর্বপ্রথম একদম নিরাপদ ও দ্রুতগতির ব্রাউজার। দুরন্ত, পছন্দের ওয়েবসাইটে বিচরণ করি সম্পূর্ণ বাংলায়। দুরন্ত ব্রাউজার।
Sri Lankan started off well with the bat. They've started even better with the ball. After 7-19 for 2, Bangladesh pecked back, made to be forced into defense, a question of early survival, but they've got two stalwarts in the middle. Skipper Tamim Iqbal, Mushfiqur Rahim. A lot depends on this partnership. Whip it away, straight to the fielder. Relieved Roshan Abhisingh alongside. Good evening.
Evening, Shamim. More than I'm relieved, no doubt, but I'm impressed with Dushmantha Chameera, what he's done in this series. The pace he's bowled, he's done exactly what is expected of him. Never allowed the Bangladesh openers to get into a good partnership. In the second and the third game, he's dismissed the opener and the number 3. So he's doing his bit. But this is the man that they have struggled to dismiss. Goes past the outside edge. Because he's been in magnificent form. He is brilliant both against spin and pace. And we'll show you how he's tackled the Sri Lankan spinners. Just look at the strike points. Look how deep he gets in the crease. His sweep shots. And he moves across. Look at the points. Look how he comes down the pitch, takes the spinners on, and that's how far down the pitch he's run to meet the spinners. And also, he gets pretty deep in the crease, so that is a clear indication of his footwork against spinners. And you would expect a top-order batsman to have very good footwork against spin bowling. Because it's not about just playing from the crease, the cut, the sweep, charging him. Anything loose or anything short, get on the back foot. Well, he's just demonstrated his full repertoire of strokes. And I'll tell you, it's not just against spin, against pace as well. What we showed you was what he did against spin. So he's been the best batsman on either side. Kusal Perera just getting he got 100 in this game, but this man has been in very good touch.
Drags that, couldn't really place it in the region that he wanted to. Yeah, maybe drag it a little later into the mid-wicket area, but just adding to the factor that he's not the tallest of persons. When he's reaching forward to those balls that we saw at strike points, that initial movement, that little trigger movement to take him close, he needs to do that, because a taller batsman would have possibly reached that easily. So when it's sweeping, he's really got to take that initial step forward. So decision making also done very early at point of release of the spinners.
You've spoken about how prolific he's been. You reckon he's due for a failure?
No, don't try to put the mockers on him. Please, Roshan, Bangladesh need him badly. And he will give his all. Yeah, law of averages. There's a thing called the law of averages. But it's not going to work this time round, Roshan. It's not. He's going to come and he's going to fight and he's going to get another 100.
Well, good luck to him. But I was just telling you about the possibility. I mean, possibility is there.
Anything is possible, Roshan.
That's what I meant.
Ain't gonna happen. You see what I mean? That's good work. That's wonderful commitment shown.
One thing about Sri Lanka, the fielding has been absolutely top class in the series. 21 for 2.
বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ডিজিটাল সার্ভে প্ল্যাটফর্ম সার্ভেল্যান্সারে আপনার মূল্যবান মতামত দিয়ে জিতে নিন আকর্ষণীয় সব পুরস্কার। সার্ভেতে অংশগ্রহণ করতে ভিজিট করুন survelancer.com। ভরপুর বিনোদন যে কোনো সময় সবখানে। সিনেমেটিক, দেশের সর্ববৃহৎ বাংলা সিনেমার আর্কাইভ। আনলিমিটেড বিনোদনের নতুন দুনিয়া। ডাউনলোড করুন সিনেমেটিক। দেশের সর্বপ্রথম একদম নিরাপদ ও দ্রুতগতির ব্রাউজার দুরন্ত। পছন্দের ওয়েবসাইটে বিচরণ করি সম্পূর্ণ বাংলায়। দুরন্ত ব্রাউজার।
It's time, understandably, with the fall of those two early wickets at 2 and 9. Behind Tamim Iqbal, been very circumspect, very selective. The shot's just the boundary, one boundary so far. 11 of 22 balls. Do you know what? He can speed up and go quickly at the bowlers when he gets into rhythm. It's been an enforced approach because of the situation of the game. Slow, pitch it up, picks that up, pick up shot, and that's headed for the boundary. He's not going to hang about if that kind of ball is offered to him.
The strategy is pretty clear. Winner Fernando making his debut. And Tamim Iqbal is going to pounce on anything in his zone. Good stride out, ball pitched up and angling it into the left hand, and that's what made it easier for him to go over mid-wicket. So very good pick-up shot, as you said, Shamim.
You got it. And width offered. Now overcompensating Tamim Iqbal. Just flashes at that one, and another piece of good work in the deep. Who's that?
Dushman Chamira.
What was good about it? It was just 109 clicks. So he had to wait. He was into a shot, knew they're coming, but he had to wait and time it to a nicety. The pace was not offered by the bowler. So at 109 k's, you wait, but then you just whack it away. Excellent shot there was.
About Binra Fernando, did come through the ranks for Sri Lanka, played under 19 cricket, and as a youngster was thought of very highly when he played in the under 19 World Cup. Did play with Kusal Mendis, that same side. If I'm not mistaken, Kusal Mendis captained that team. And since then, he's been in the radar of the selectors. He's had a difficult time with injuries, where he's been in and out. Has played T20 cricket for Sri Lanka, 2 games, and again was injured. But now he's got fitter, he's got stronger. And he's now starting to play more cricket and more domestic cricket. And someone, I'm sure, the Sri Lankan selectors are having plenty of hope. And one hopes that he will fulfill, because he's got good height, decent pace, can touch the mid-130s to the high 130s. It's just that hasn't played enough international cricket. You see that he's hitting the bat hard. That's nearly the mid-130s.
And that's why this young bunch have been chosen by the selectors. give them an opportunity to garner some experience in the international circuit. I know it's come in for a bit of criticism on occasions, but I think that's quite a bold move on the part of the Sri Lankan board. And looking forward, this would have been the short trip, would have been that opportunity for these youngsters to put up their hands. So I thought of that. Maybe he closed the bat, face to take it for another run. 7 from that over, 28 for 2.
বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ডিজিটাল সার্ভে প্ল্যাটফর্ম সার্ভে ল্যান্সার। সার্ভেয়ার হিসেবে জয়েন করে আপনার ও অন্যের মতামত জানিয়ে জিতে নিন নগদ অর্থ সহ আকর্ষণীয় সব পুরস্কার। উপার্জনের এক নতুন মাধ্যম সার্ভে ল্যান্সার।
সিনেমেটিক, দেশের সর্ববৃহৎ বাংলা সিনেমার আর্কাইভ। আনলিমিটেড বিনোদনের নতুন দুনিয়া।
ডাউনলোড করুন সিনেমেটিক, দেশের সর্বপ্রথম একদম নিরাপদ ও দ্রুতগতির ব্রাউজার। দুরন্ত পছন্দের ওয়েবসাইটে বিচরণ করি সম্পূর্ণ বাংলায়। দুরন্ত ব্রাউজার।
Jamira back on. Nicely behind that, can't penetrate the gap though.
Chamira has been impressive that last ball at near 90 miles an hour. His lengths have been outstanding. He's used the short ball very well. Generally looked to bowl full. Hit the pads, found the outside edge. Rushed the batsman with a short delivery. And this exactly is the role Sri Lanka wants him to play. It's not about running in and bowling in the mid-130s. He'll be pleased with what he sees of Dushmantha Chamira as the fast bowling coach. A legendary Chaminda Vas. What a servant he's been of Sri Lanka cricket. He's just carried on the Sri Lankan bowling when he played. He's a left-arm fast medium bowler, day in and day out. Partnered Muttaya Muralidharan and won Sri Lanka many games. And now offering his services as a coach. They're getting very he's gone. He's gone. He's been given. Well, he's taken the review. It was a slower delivery. The wicketkeeper went up straight away. Let's see.
We have a player review for caught behind. On-field decision is out. It's a fair delivery. Can I have front on spin vision, please? Can you take it back and play it one more time for me, please? Can you take it back and rock and roll it for me? Yeah, ball appears to be passing very close to the bat. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, ball appears to be hitting the ground and passing the bat very close. I would like to have ultra edge, please. Keep rolling through. Can you take it back? Yeah, roll it forward. Can you zoom this up for me, please, when the ball is next to the bat, please? Yeah, thank you. Can you freeze the frame when the ball is next to the bat, please? Yeah, now rock and roll. Yeah, I can see a clear spike as the ball is next to the bat, and I can see no gap between bat and ball. Can you take me to the catch, please? Yeah, thank you. I'm going back to the on-field umpire, please. Shaikat, I'd recommend you to stay with your original decision of out. Your on-screen signal now.
Another correct decision. Looked surprised there, Stomach, but he thought maybe there was an instance when the bat touched the ground simultaneously as the ball went past his bat. Just a feather touch. Original decision stands and he's very annoyed with himself, but he's got to take it. And Bangladesh lose their captain for 17. They're in deep trouble now, 28 for 3.
বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ডিজিটাল সার্ভে প্ল্যাটফর্ম সার্ভেল্যান্সারে আপনার মূল্যবান মতামত দিয়ে জিতে নিন আকর্ষণীয় সব পুরস্কার। সার্ভেতে অংশগ্রহণ করতে ভিজিট করুন surveillancer.com।
ভরপুর বিনোদন যে কোনো সময় সবখানে। সিনেমেটিক, দেশের সর্ববৃহৎ বাংলা সিনেমার আর্কাইভ। আনলিমিটেড বিনোদনের নতুন দুনিয়া।
ডাউনলোড করুন সিনেমেটিক। দেশের সর্বপ্রথম একদম নিরাপদ ও দ্রুতগতির ব্রাউজার দুরন্ত। পছন্দের ওয়েবসাইটে বিচরণ করি সম্পূর্ণ বাংলায়। দুরন্ত ব্রাউজার।
Bangladesh in a spot of bother, to say the least. 28 for 3. Musaddiq Hussain. Shoikat now comes in. 37th match for him. He's got to redeem himself. He had a torrid time with the ball. This is his opportunity. Torrid time with the ball. This is his opportunity to try and make amends. Torrid time with the ball. This is his opportunity to try and make amends.
বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ডিজিটাল সার্ভে প্ল্যাটফর্ম সার্ভেল্যান্সারে আপনার মূল্যবান মতামত দিয়ে জিতে নিন আকর্ষণীয় সব পুরস্কার। সার্ভেতে অংশগ্রহণ করতে ভিজিট করুন surveillancer.com।
সিনেমেটিক, দেশের সর্ববৃহৎ বাংলা সিনেমার আর্কাইভ। আনলিমিটেড বিনোদনের নতুন দুনিয়া।
ডাউনলোড করুন সিনেমেটিক। দেশের সর্বপ্রথম একদম নিরাপদ ও দ্রুতগতির ব্রাউজার দুরন্ত। পছন্দের ওয়েবসাইটে বিচরণ করি সম্পূর্ণ বাংলায়। দুরন্ত ব্রাউজার।
9 brought in as a change today. for his second ODI. Just hung his bat out to dry and just got a nick. 10 overs completed. Next phase of the power play. After 10 overs, 77 was the score of Sri Lanka and 29 for 3 Bangladesh. Mosaddek Hussain. Again slows it down. Nice little control. That wasn't the slowest ball, but still just a tad slower than Chamira.
It's been a good power play for Sri Lanka. It's been all Dushmantha Chamira. He's got wickets. The big one of Shakib. Binra Fernando making his debut. Was driven down the ground. And a nice pick up by Tamim Iqbal. And this is what happened in the last over. Slow delivery, the outside edge. Sri Lanka has done extremely well so far in the power plays. They put a lot of pressure on the Bangladesh batsmen. And one of the debutants, Chamika Karunaratne, comes from a very interesting family. It's a family of sportsmen, starting with his father, who Louis Karunaratne played. This is Binra Fernando getting his ODI cap. The man who's bowling. I'll finish the story on Chamika Karunaratne. Extremely talented young man. As I said, his father was a very good cricketer on his day and current over 60 badminton national champion, his father. And Chamika Karunaratne played badminton. He still plays badminton nationals and captain Sri Lanka's under 19. And he had brothers who played badminton, and his eldest brother played in the Olympics. So he comes from a family of sportsmen, and there's so much of talent about this young man. Has played a test match, good all-rounder, another exciting prospect. That Sri Lanka, and is in a test match in Sri Lanka. He's already played test cricket, but this young man played one test match in Australia, but has been in the radar, and so has Binra Fernando been.
You know, those things you just mentioned augurs well for Sri Lanka cricket. They might be going through a lean patch for a period of time. Thus, that bold move to send the young guns here to try them out. And if they can go on to win, which they pretty much look as if they're going to do today, they will more than have redeemed themselves. And also the faith that the selectors have put in them. That is something that, you know, a lot of talk about it, but at the end of the day, it's the results that count, it's the performance that counts. That might carry the team a long way. 11 overs done, all the threes, 33 for 3. Nicely behind that, eases it into the deep for a single. Just feel that the required run rate now going up to 6.52, current run rate 3.04. Look at the 3 wickets that have fallen. Chamira just in the slot, making Naeem Sheikh go for it. Then the shorter one, which got Shakib Al Hasan eventually, then tickle a little feather from Tamim Iqbal.
It's the variety, isn't it? the three different lengths. The foolish ball slightly wide, then the short one, and then the slower delivery. He's mixed it up well. That's been the hallmark of Dushmantha Chameera right throughout this series. He's bowled a few lengths and he's used it quite judiciously.
And you get that feel of confidence to try your variety when you have the batsman under pressure. You create the pressure on the batsman, allows you to try the different varieties on offer. And you can bowl that with confidence. This man's going to be pretty happy. Saw him in Kandy, went up to him. I didn't recognize him first. He had a stubble, whitish sort of half beard. And then he took off his hat. It's all white, his hair. I'm shocked.
That's a style. That's in vogue.
তুই তোর হইতে তার এনে জ্ঞান করিস তুই প্রতিদিন করতে পারলে পারিস তুই তার বল দেখিস কিছু নাই আমি সকালে দিই দিরান সকালে দেই জ্ঞান লা ফোন তালা সম্পর্ক আছে না তাহলে আইন আসেন যাবে না কিন্তু এটা খেলা না চলে লাইট সানা হবে দেখলে লাইট জ্বলনে থেকে বন্ধ করতে হবে এতে যাবে সানা হবে ইয়া স্যার হতা হচ্ছে না চার্জ দেই ঠিক করে করব যদি দেখা হতে যায় আর মাথাটি বন্ধ করে আমাদের বন্ধ তা ফ্যান ফাড়ি কে দেনে শুরু হয়ে গেল স্টাইল
Places. Now this man, Dushmantha Chameera, has been in and out, but we've seen out of him. There are lots of fast bowling options available. There's Nuwan Pradeep. It's another name that has done brilliantly. He's now playing white ball cricket. So much of experience. Spoken about Lahiru Kumara. There's this young man, Asita Fernando here, a couple of runs. But with all that, you need to look at the cupboard. So the fast bowling cupboard looks healthy. With the introduction of young Praveen Jayavikrama, the Sri Lankan spin bowling cupboard is also gradually looking good. Ambul Denia was injured. So options are starting to be identified. So that's why I think this tour will be really handy in the overall context of Sri Lanka cricket. By the way, I heard you've been a junior badminton champion yourself. East Pakistan champion. You're very modest about it.
We've come to the end of the over, thankfully. 12 overs done, 37 for 3.
বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ডিজিটাল সার্ভে প্ল্যাটফর্ম সার্ভেল্যান্সারে আপনার মূল্যবান মতামত দিয়ে জিতে নিন আকর্ষণীয় সব পুরস্কার। সার্ভেতে অংশগ্রহণ করতে ভিজিট করুন survelancer.com।
যে কোনো সময় সবখানে সিনেমেটিক, দেশের সর্ববৃহৎ বাংলা সিনেমার আর্কাইভ, আনলিমিটেড বিনোদনের নতুন দুনিয়া।
ডাউনলোড করুন সিনেমেটিক, দেশের সর্বপ্রথম একদম নিরাপদ ও দ্রুতগতির ব্রাউজার। দুরন্ত পছন্দের ওয়েবসাইটে বিচরণ করি সম্পূর্ণ বাংলায়। দুরন্ত ব্রাউজার।
Got their work cut out, to say the least. We're talking about the prospects of the Sri Lankan team. Bangladesh are basically playing with the full strength of players. They had won both the ODIs so convincingly. So, you know, the thought process, they'll be disappointed with this performance. With the ball initially, dropping catches. A lot of things will be looked at very, very strictly. And I think Bangladesh need to just work out certain things that might perturb them, disturb them. Have to correct them. A lot of cricket coming up soon. It's a packed calendar for them. Zimbabwe tour, full tour. after this in July, and then they have the Australians, the English team, the Kiwis, everyone coming here for short white ball tours. Lots of cricket coming up. So they would have wanted to finish this series in a better manner. Not that it's all given up, the hope's given up. It's still Mushfiqur Rahim, the main man, the backbone of the team, still there. But the Sri Lankans can take a lot of credit for making it very difficult, from putting up a fight even after the debacles in the first two ODIs.
See, precise the point I asked Athar Ali Khan this morning in the pre-match show about the way ahead for Bangladesh. 2023 World Cup coming up. 4 senior players, not getting younger, but they're fit and doing well. That's the way forward. Is there adequate youngsters coming through? I'm sure you can talk about it. Plenty of talent. We've seen a lot of talent on the Bangladesh side. We saw how good that young left arm quick Shariful, even on his debut, how impressive he was. We've seen Afif, we've seen Mossadegh, we've seen young Mehdi Hassan, pretty young, but number 2 in the rankings of ICC bowling. So obviously there is definitely talent, there's no doubt. But the question is, how do you nurture them? How do you nurse them into the side? I believe the Sri Lankan selectors are looking at just that, looking to try and nurse a few people into the side, nurture them, guide them, give them the exposure they need.
And one way of going about it is play more in domestic cricket, whatever format. There will be the Dhaka Premier League coming up starting in a couple of days after this. And a lot of the main players have decided to stay on, including Shakib Al Hasan, to play for the Dhaka Premier League teams. It's going to be a different format. It's normally 50 overs to one-day format, but it's looking at the future, looking at the 2023 World Cup, and also the next T20 World Cup for that matter. Thinking of, they've done it on a 2020 basis. Overdone, 13 overs completed, 41.
বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ডিজিটাল সার্ভে প্ল্যাটফর্ম সার্ভেল্যান্সারে আপনার মূল্যবান মতামত দিয়ে জিতে নিন আকর্ষণীয় সব পুরস্কার। সার্ভেতে অংশগ্রহণ করতে ভিজিট করুন survelancer.com।
সিনেম্যাটিক, দেশের সর্ববৃহৎ বাংলা সিনেমার আর্কাইভ। আনলিমিটেড বিনোদনের নতুন দুনিয়া। ডাউনলোড করুন সিনেম্যাটিক, দেশের সর্বপ্রথম একদম নিরাপদ ও দ্রুতগতির ব্রাউজার। দুরন্ত, পছন্দের ওয়েবসাইটে বিচরণ করি সম্পূর্ণ বাংলায়। দুরন্ত ব্রাউজার।
There's your man, Charmika Karunaratne. Man you've talked about, his background, his family. Time to put up his hand. List a career tells you. He's got a lot of 4-wicket haul, 5 times, best of 5 for 36, 69 wickets. It's only into his 56th match debuting here in one-day internationals.
Yeah, a lot of potential, I can tell you. And it's good to see youngsters like this, Benura Fernando, even Ramesh Mendis, playing at the highest league. And they'll only get better with the experience. Not a good start though, starting off with a wide. But the experience will only make them better. And as you know, these are the days where you don't have too many representative tours other than the international games. 18 emerging tours doesn't seem to be happening. So in terms of exposure at the highest level, yeah, domestic cricket is important, but at the highest level is what is important. So such tours are almost non-existent at the moment.
Yeah, the usual progression of players from the under 17, under 19 level onto the A teams because of COVID restrictions, because of the pandemic going around. It is very restricted. So every time you get an opportunity to prove your worth in the international arena at the top level, you've got to grab it with both hands. Tell you what, I don't know about Mossadegh